Hey there, and welcome to TweetAdder Tips. Today, I'd like to show you, within TweetAdder, how, as to a whole, you can use the search tool to the best of your abilities to find exactly what it is that you're looking for and to target that particular area. So let's get right into it. Once you have your TweetAdder license, you will log in. You will put your user details in and you'll log in. And you'll get to this screen is the first one you'll see because it's the first thing that you really need to do with this software. As you can see here in the to-do list, I currently have no users to follow. That is a list of people that you find and add into the database, right here. Okay, so let's find some people. So you can do many different searches. You can search by tweet keywords. You can search by profile data, you can search by location, you can search by followers of another user, and you can search users followed by another user. So, let's start at the beginning. We can search by tweet keywords. That basically means, if you didn't know, that you can search by tweet keywords someone has put, for example, say you're trying to promote a product that is related to the iPad. So what we could put in is, I just bought an iPad, and do a search on that, because you want to find people who've just bought an iPad. You might want to try and sell them this product while they're really hot for it and really enjoying the experience of the iPad. You can target them by location within this if you want. With something like this, it's not necessarily important. Maybe you're doing affiliate marketing. You can set the recency, i.e. how many days ago they put it. For something like this, I would say 2 days ago, because they're still really enjoying the iPad. Maybe even a day, because there'll be a lot of people putting this. And then you select your language. There's a good selection. It's Chinese, Dutch, English, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Portuguese, Russian, and Spanish. The other Twitter marketing software around doesn't really offer many options language-wise. If you speak English and you're aiming for English people, that's fine, but this offers you some great variations upon that. Okay, so let's do a search for that and see what it comes up with. So I'm going to search now. It should take about 20 seconds, but what I'll do, guys, is I'll pause it when the results come back and I'll tell you exactly how long it took to find these people. Okay, it's found a few people. It didn't find as many people as I'd expect, but that's not the software's fault, that's Twitter's fault, to be honest, that people haven't been tweeting about it. I thought maybe bought is too long a word for people to be using on Twitter because of the length of the messages you can write. But it's basically found a few people, and the list comes up here. If you want to just put them all immediately into your database, you can select check, uncheck all. And maybe you can have a look through them, because there might be some that you don't want to target. There might be something, not necessarily on this term, but they might be saying something negative about the product or something like that. And you might want to just sort of tick those out, which is pretty simple. You can tick them out and then just click Saved Checked Rows. However, in this instance, we want to save all these people. So we've checked all. You didn't have to check all if you're going to save them all. You can just simply click Save All. And it immediately adds them into your to-do, into the users to follow. It found 10 people, so it's added those in there. Let's be less vague. What I've done with this, with the keywords, is I've put inverted commas over it, speech marks if you like, and that's so I get a very specific term. So people who've purely written, I just bought an iPad in that order. If we take those off, that might give us more results, technically. Just because, it might be a different variation of words that they've used. So let's try a search of that, and we'll come back in just a moment again. Okay, that's returned better results now. We've got 69 results here, and we've got people saying stuff like, just bought an iPad. He bought an iPad. So you might not want to check that particular person. But we've got a lot more results now. So that's good there. That's good right there. Okay, let's discard that because I've already shown you what to do with that. Next, take a look at profile data. Maybe, for example, you want to find artists. No, let's say journalists. So what you'll put is something like journalist. obviously. And then you can target them by location again if you prefer. And then there's a pretty neat trick of that this person must have more followers than, I don't know, you can put 100, and then they need to be following more than, or you can change it to less than, and how often they update. And you can select no profiles with default profile images, or no profiles with URLs set. I.e., if you want to target someone who doesn't have a website, maybe you want to click that. Or because the thing with the first option there is, if people often say that if you have no profile image, no avatar, then you probably don't take Twitter very seriously and you're not on it very often. So that's a good thing to tick. So I'm going to tick that, and we're going to do another search here, simply by clicking search. And I'll be back in a sec when it returns the results. Okay guys, TweetAdder just took 19 seconds to find 1,540 results for journalist, which isn't a huge term there, and that will purely be coming from their bio information. That's the description that is added when they sign up to Twitter. So immediately you know that people in here are journalists, so you can just go ahead and add them all. So let's, for example, let's just save all. So we'll save them now. And also, these people will all have profile pictures, probably update regularly. So we'll save them all. So now we've got 1,538 in here. And as you can see, 12 duplicate IDs were ignored, i.e. it found people that we'd used on a previous search and added to the follow list, and it had removed them, so it doesn't add the user more than once. So it makes it less obvious that you won't look as much like a spammer as they might take you to be, even though you're probably not. They might take it as that. That's the beauty of software like TweetAdder. And you can search by location. Simply, I'll put my local town of Manchester. Oops, what am I doing? I've put that in the keywords. I'm not bothered about keywords, but you might be. But you could, well, I will actually, just for example's sake, let's put chef in Manchester. Within 10 miles, recency of joining. That's if you've already used up all your sources and you want to find more, for example. So let's do another search. Back in a sec. Okay, apparently there's only 8 chefs in Manchester, but it has found them. Yes, it's found them. 8 chefs, people who've written the word chef, and the users are based in Manchester. So they might not be chefs, but they'll be talking about chefs, for example. So, okay, let's discard those. And then you've got search by followers of another user. With this, what you can do is you can find a user who is something of a leader in your marketplace, and try and get their users. TweetAdder has a limit of up to, the person must have 20,000 users or less, because they don't want to overload the database here. But basically, if you search for someone, let's say we're doing Twitter marketing, so we'd search for Twit. This is a user, I think, Twit marketing, and then we'd search for that username, do a quick search. And it's found 11,675 results. And we can just save those all into the database. So what we now have is 13,053 users to follow in 3 minutes. That's how good this software actually is. And that's basically it with the search function. In the next video, I'm going to go over the following function, which is closely related. If you're interested in purchasing the software, guys, there is a link in my description underneath the video, down at the bottom. So click that. And also, if you do decide to get it, there is a discount code down there which will give you 20% off the product, purely because we're feeling nice. I think it's Hot Deal. Yes, it's Hot Deal. So if you type that in when you're checking out, you must follow the link as well to get the exclusive deal. Then you'll get the product for 20% less. So yeah, go take a look, guys. I'm sure you'll love it. And thanks for watching. And check out the other videos as well, because I'm giving you a really comprehensive guide about how to use this software effectively. Cheers, guys.